Hello, everyone. This is Ava, and welcome to another Learning Tube session. We are in for another exciting session, so hopefully you're looking forward to it. Now, here I am in the Facebook group. This group is as active as you make it. If you're not in the group, let me drop the link in the chat so that you can join this group. You can share your insights, share anything that you want, questions about your business that you want answered. Make the group as active as you want to have an active group so that we are all a growing community. So be sure to join the Learning Tube group if you're not in there as yet. Now, let me just do a quick survey. How many of you are Google Chrome browser users? Give me a one. How many Google Chrome browser users do we have right here today? Now, for those who don't know, a web browser is what allows us to see web pages. If we didn't have a web browser, we couldn't see any websites, any web browser, any pages and such that we're viewing now. We couldn't see this Facebook page that we have right here, our Facebook group. So web browsers allow us to see web pages. So I see someone says they use Safari too. So Google Chrome browser is one. You have Safari, you have Firefox. Sometimes it's referred to as Mozilla Firefox. You have Microsoft Edge. You have many. You have Opera, many different ones that exist out there. But today I'm going to be talking about some Google Chrome browser features. Now, usually by default, a computer comes with a browser. So most PCs that you buy, Windows computers, they come with Microsoft Edge as the web browser. And usually Mac computers come with Safari. But if you want to add a different browser, web browser, you have the option to do so. So it's not a case where if your computer came with that particular web browser, you can't add or use any others. And just like with anything, not all web browsers are created equal. Some have better features than others, and some are more secure than others. So with your research, you will see which one works best for you. But Google Chrome is definitely one of the popular ones and one of the most used ones, secure ones that are out there. So I'm going to be looking on some of the features that we have here. So I see a lot of persons saying, so Diane, MJ, Ella says, when you have to. Lynn, Susan, Sarah, AW, Anna Marie, Michelle, Karentina. All right, so those are the ones who say they use Google Chrome browser. For those just coming on, I did a quick survey asking how many people use Google Chrome web browser. So drop that one in the chat if you are just joining this session. All right, how many people use Google Chrome web browser? So we're going to be looking at some of the features that it has. Now, as I said earlier, this may not be a browser that comes with your computer, so you would have to install it. So to install it, you simply go to whatever search engine you have and you would type in Google Chrome browser, Google Chrome, and then it's going to show you where. So this is the actual website that you would go to install the Google Chrome, download the Google Chrome browser. So if there's anyone here today that does not have this web browser, it's the link that you would go to install it. And simply as it says, download Chrome, and you would follow the instructions. Now, also, if you want to update your web browser, yes, your web browser needs updating. A lot of people are not updating their web browser, so it doesn't have the latest features or security features and such. So make sure your web browser is up to date. So you can go to that same website and go to I want to update. Or if you want to update your browser, you can simply go to the three dots right here, vertical dots, go to the settings area, and then you'd go to About Chrome, and you will see right here, it will automatically update. So you see that mine is up to date, and it's not doing the update percentage reading. But if yours isn't, it's going to show the update right here. So first things first, you have to make sure that your Google Chrome browser is up to date. That's the first step that you have to follow before trying out any new feature. So once your browser is up to date, you are good to go. All right. So just be aware of that. All right. Let me see. Okay. So one of the first things that I'm going to be looking on, I see someone is asking about tabs, saving your tabs. There is a feature that you can use that kinda will be saving your tabs. So maybe this can work for you. All right. So I'll soon look at that one. But the first thing that I want to look at is tabs. Yes. Now all of these that we have right here, these are called your tabs. And a tab is different from a window. A window is an individual. Right here, I have one window with how many tabs? 3 tabs. Notice me moving it around? This is one window that I have with 3 tabs open. All right. So Claudia, you're going to catch that on the replay. Go to settings, about Chrome. All right. So that's how you will update it. Or you go to the website link. Davidrian, can you copy that link again? When you go to that website link, you will just go to yes, I want to update. All right. So this is a window and each of these are tabs. Now, sometimes we open multiple tabs. I'm very guilty of this. I'm going to open several tabs here. I'm opening my Fiverr. I'm opening my Canva, my Zoom, my Yahoo. What else am I opening? My YouTube. What else can I open here? All right, open another Facebook. All right, I'm going to open some other Facebook tabs. All right, so I'm just opening some different tabs. Now, sometimes for whatever reasons, you may want to open, or I should say move your tabs. So you'd be like, if you want to move a tab, you hold down on the tab with your left mouse button and drag it. So let's say you want to move this tab and you want this other one to be with it and you want, you're doing that movement and such. But did you know that you could select all the tabs that you want to move together as a group? You want all those tabs to be together. Did you know that? So I'm going to show you how you go about doing that. Has anybody ever done that? Move a block of tabs together. Who has ever done that? Move a block of tabs. So I'm going to show you how you go about doing that. I'm just opening a few more so that we have some more things to go through, right? So if I want to move right now, let me just make sure that stuff are all over the place and such. I'm just putting some space. Now, suppose I want to move these 3. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 Facebook tabs open and I want to move them together. So all I do, I will click on the first tab and I'm going to hold down my CTRL button. I'm using a Windows computer. So my CTRL button, if you're using a Mac, it would be Command. So I hold it down, then I'm going to click on the other tabs that I want to move, right? Just to let them make sure that the CTRL button is held down. Now I can simply, did you see that? Was that too quick? Did you see that? Did I move too fast? Or did you miss it? Did you miss that? What happened? Did you see? Did you see them go together? All right, let me do it again. Somebody says they missed it. All right, so if you want to unblock them or ungroup them, then you just click on anywhere. Click on anywhere. So I'm going to mix them up again. By the way, this is for any tabs. I just use this as an example to show you that I wanted all of those Facebook group tabs to be together. So that's what I did. So watch closely. See my mouse cursor? See it moving, the pointer? I want all these 4 Facebook tabs that I have open. I want them to be together. I didn't have to have Facebook ones. I could have said, oh, I want the YouTube, I want the Zoom, and I want a Facebook one. I'm just showing you these Facebook ones to show you, more effective way of wanting to group like tabs or even if it's different tabs. Okay. So I will click on the first tab, hold down my CTRL button on my keyboard. If you're using a Mac, it's the Command key. Hold it down. Then you're going to click on any tab you want to move as one together. So I'm clicking on these Facebook. So 1 Facebook, 2 Facebook, 3 Facebook. Was there another one? I don't remember. I'm going to release my control key and just click on any one of them and move. Did you see? They are all, look here. Woo, wee, they're moving together, right? And if I want to don't have them grouped, I can just click anywhere. All right. So that's an easy way to have organization of your tabs, especially if you're like me, one of those persons who has a lot of tabs open and you want to have your tabs of like mind together, like topics together. That's an easy way to move them as one instead of you spending the time and holding down this one and dragging. holding down this one and dragging, holding down this one and dragging. You see the idea? So you want to be able to do that quite easily. All right. So give me a 2. Everybody saw that? Does it seem like a feature that would save you time? All these multiple tab users like myself. I mean, the tabs you see open now, this is not even half of what I usually have open. Usually I can't even see what the icon is saying. All right. So Charlene, catch it on the replay. I did it twice. Sorry about that. I have a lot to show you, so can't do it over and over, right? So catch a replay for that one. All right, so that's how you would drag the different tabs at once that you want to move around, all right? We're gonna still stay in the tab family. Now, I made a mistake, right? And I closed this tab I wanted to have open. So my YouTube tab. Oops, I closed it. Oh my gosh, I lost my YouTube. I want my YouTube. How do I get back my YouTube that I had open with my search that I was doing my research for my videos? I can simply just right click anywhere that it doesn't have an existing tab and just reopen the closed tab. And here I have back my tab with all of what I was looking for, and everything is well with the world. All right. So that's an easy one. People, Tina, you say use it all the time. Yes, because sometimes by accident we close a tab and we say, oh my God, I can search for long, so long for that tab. And it's gone. So that's an easy way to get it back. And by the way, I can do it again, right click, reopen, and it will reopen the last tab that I had. So it will keep on reopening the last tab. So it's not a one-time thing. All right, so does it work with Windows 11? Yes, it's Google Chrome browser that I'm using. So I'm not using my operating system. I'm using the internet. So this is not Windows 11 or Windows 10 specific. This is the Google Chrome browser. So it's not tied to your operating system, which is what you're asking. No, Windows 11 is not tied to that. So yes, it will work with it. Doesn't have anything to do with the functionality of that. So reopening your browser, your tab, very important feature, especially if you close it by accident and it's something important that you need to keep track of, all right? So in the tab family still, I have all these tabs open and I don't want to spend the time looking on each one, right? Looking on each one to find what I'm looking for. Like, I don't know where my Facebook tab is. I don't know where my YouTube tab is. When I have a lot open, this other feature is very nice to use, where I can actually search within my tabs. So this icon here, did you ever see? Look here on the top left. Have you ever seen this icon, this little arrow? Have you ever been observant and noticed when I hover on it, what does it say? What does it say that is? Tell me in the chat. What is that? Have you ever seen it? Sometimes you may not be observant with what's going on with your, whatever you're doing on the computer. So Carla was the first one that says it. Search tabs. It allows you to search your tabs. So look what happens when I click on it. It's going to show me all the tabs I have open. These are all the tabs I have open. So if I want to find a particular tab, let's say I want to find something that I was doing with Facebook, I just type in Facebook and it will just show me all the Facebook tabs I have open. It even shows me what I have closed, what I recently closed, so I can reopen those, right? It can show me my YouTube tab. Just type in the keyword of the tab. It shows me my YouTube. You see how easy is that? Remember, that is for us to be able to move through quickly, efficiently, if we need to go through our tabs. All right, so Anna Marie can't see in Chrome. Not sure what you're not seeing that particular feature. I'm not sure if you don't have enough tabs open or what. You'd have to have multiple tabs open, and it's usually in the top left or sometimes it's in the top right. Make sure that your Chrome is up to date, all right? So yes, Paul, yes, you can see it in the history as well, definitely. History, I'm gonna show that after, all right? So that's an area that you can go to search through your tabs. Click it to put it on and click it again to take it off. Hey, Nancy. So that's what you want to know, that this is possible if you need to search through your million tabs that you have open, just like myself. So just as we saw that we could move the tabs as a group, you could also group your tabs, as in you have one tab that is used to house other tabs. So let's say I want to group these Facebook tabs right here. I can just right click on one of the tabs and I can go to, let's see, make sure that I'm doing the right thing. Add tab to new group. And I'm going to call this Facebook Research. Let's say I want to call it Facebook Research. I can change the color of my tab. I can make it green, orange, yellow, you decide. All right. And here where it says save group, make sure you turn that on. And then I do that. Now I have this here. Notice that this tab is automatically in there. If I want any other tabs to go in there, I just drag them in there. Notice that they're highlighted in yellow. I just drag them in there. So if I click this, notice that all the other tabs, click it again, it expands, click it again, it compresses them. So I can have all my tabs for a particular topic, whatever I'm doing on the computer, I can have that and have it organized in that way. All right, so that is a great way for organization. The purpose of this session, not only am I showing you Google Chrome features, but it's features that can help you with organization. It may seem like, oh, just that can keep me organized. Yes, anything that will save you time is what you want to be learning about. Something as simple as that. You'll be surprised how much more functionality organization you have by doing that. All right, so we just looked at some tab features. So dragging more than one tab as a group, searching through the tabs, reopening closed tabs, and grouping tabs so that you have organizations. All right. So if you group the tab, will it still be available when you reboot your computer? Let's check it out now. Let's close. I'm going to close and reopen. We can test it. So we see that that isn't there. So no, you won't have it there like that. But I'll show you something that you could do to have your tabs back where you want them. So I don't know who was noticing. Let me close it again. I close my entire browser and I reopen it. This is how I reopen it. Now notice that my browser automatically opens with my Fiverr account, my Facebook account, and the Yahoo page. Does your browser have pages that it automatically opens with? When you reopen your browser, what does it open with? Did you know that you could set it with what you want it to open with? So you can set it where it opens with a particular website, or when it opens, it just opens a new tab, or you can have it continue where you left off. All right, so let me just open some other tabs. Let me open several other Facebook ones, a Yahoo one, a Canva one. And let's test that group theory, Paul, because usually when I set up my groups, it's just for my current situation and I don't shut down my computer. My computer is usually in what I call, my laptop is usually in hibernation mode. So when I shut the lid, that's what I've set it to, it will just be off. But when I turn it back on, anything that I left on, it will be on. So any tabs that I created and grouped, I will always have it because I don't let my computer shut down. I shut down from time to time, but most of the time I make it hibernate so that when I lock the lid, it stops, it's off, and then when I turn it on, it's wherever I left it. But let's test that group theory with this particular feature that they have. So they have a feature where, let's just group up some. So let me just group, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna group, just call this test group. I'm creating a tab, I'm saving it, pressing it. Let me just move some stuff out the way. I'm going to add Facebook in there. Oops, it went away. Let me do that again. So add tab to new group. So test group. Let's see that theory. Test group, save the tab. All right. I'm going to add these others to the group. So how would you know if something is in the group? Whatever color you made the group, notice that the group tab, notice that it has that color as a piping and edging. All right, I can change the color by right clicking and doing another color. So notice the orange is more visible. All right, so when I click this, it's grouped. So how can you choose how you want your tabs, your browser window to come up when you close? All right, so I'm gonna click back here, not right click. I'm going to go to settings. These three vertical dots, those are usually more options anywhere. Sometimes they're horizontal, sometimes they're vertical. I'm going to go to settings. I'm going to go to startup. All right, somebody says my voice is echoing. Let me know if my voice echoing for everyone else. Let me know. Are you hearing me clearly? Give me a 1. So let's see. So I'm going to go to on startup. All right, so who was that saying that? So Nadine, not sure, but on the replay, you can catch it more clearly, right? Maybe it's the internet connection. So here I am on startup. So I went to the 3 dots here, then I went to settings, and on startup, I'm choosing, do I want it to be a new tab page that opens when I open my browser? So when I close my browser and reopen it, do I want it to be a new tab page? Do I want it to continue where I left off? Or do I want specific pages to be open? So you can decide. Yes, these sessions are recorded and you get it within 24 hours, posted in the Facebook group or via email. So with these, I told it I want my Fiverr, I want my Facebook, and I want my Yahoo. And I can use add new page to add more pages to the ones I want to be reopened. Or I can choose continue where I left off. So let's try this one out and see if it keeps those groups, the groupings. Let's test it out. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to close everything and reopen. Let's see, did it keep the grouping? So Paul, it kept the grouping. So it depends on what you have your thing set up on. Depends on what you have it set up on, you can do this, all right? So you can leave it on the continue where you left off based on what your workflow is. So it's all about your workflow. You have some people who just are working in the same things or you know that you want to work with that. Let's say you have to leave for whatever reason. You have an appointment outside of the wherever and you need to leave and come back and you need to close off. You can just shut it, reopen, and it will be on where you were at. All right. So you can choose the option that works best for you. So let me see the question I saw here. Let me just jump in and catch some of the questions. Is keeping the computer on good for battery life? So I don't keep it on. When I hibernate it, when I put it in hibernation, it's off. It's not using any batteries, not using anything. It's off. It will just be exactly where I left it, what I was doing, and so on. So that just works best for me. So I'm not hibernating to conserve energy the way I am doing it. All right. So Charmaine, you said that you love this, it will save you a lot of time. And that's the purpose. We want to save you time. There's so many different things that you're doing that you want to make sure that you are not wasting time on some other simple stuff. So always make sure that you test out different things, all right? So that was what we do when we have the open where you left off or a new tab or so on. So as I said, you can choose specific pages that you want your computer, your web browser to start off with when you open it, continue where you left off, or open in a new tab. Hibernating on a desktop, not sure about that. I've only done it on a laptop. I know for sure that the laptop has different hibernation features, all right? I know that with the desktop, you can put it to sleep. That's an option too. I usually just shut down my desktop. And as I said, I shut down my laptop from time to time because leaving it in permanent hibernation is not good for it either. So a good old shutdown is always important. All right. So where do you find the new groups tabs you already built? So as I was saying earlier, is that usually like I'm here in my session now using my web browser and I have these tabs that I've created. But usually when I close them, it's going to be gone. So it's not a case where it's keeping it. A while ago, it keep track of this because I told it continue where I left off when I reopen my browser. So my tabs that I did create will reopen. But there's no area where if you save them, when you close off and you go back, those tabs are there. Because usually it's just for your workflow currently, your current workflow, not for like future things. So that's the tabs, all about tabs. And as I said, what you do, what you want to have happen when you close your what you call it this, your web browser. All right. So let me know how you're liking what you're learning so far. You find it effective, efficient, something you're going to try out. You've been doing it already. What have you been up to? Now, Google Chrome has something called extensions, and this allows functionality to your web browser. Now, other things have what we call add-ons. Firefox has what we call add-ons, same thing. So extensions allow more functionality, as in allows your web browser to do more, all right? So I'm sure you've heard about extensions. Where do you find them? You find them in the Chrome Web Store. So I'm just searching for it and then giving you URL. So here it is, the Chrome Web Store. So this allows you to save, install Chrome extensions. What are Chrome extensions? As I said, think of them like apps. They're adding more functionality to your web browser, things that you can do. We've looked at some in previous sessions. We've had sessions with Chrome extensions. We looked at one called One Tab. We have Google full page. I have one here which is for allowing you shortcuts. Let me show you. Right here I have a shortcut where I can get quickly Google Docs, Google Sheets, Google Slides, and so on, forms. I have one here called Go Full Page that allows me to be able to take a full snapshot of an entire page. There are different ones. So when you come here, you will search through and see what you're interested in, if you know the name of it, or you can come here to extensions and just look through. You have productivity ones, communication ones, developer tools, education. You can look through and see what strikes your fancy, and you click on it, and let's say you click on this one that you want to explore. Some of them are paid, so you have to make sure that you know what you're doing, and you just go to add to Chrome, and then you will add the extension. And of course, look through to see how to use it. It will show that the extension is added and such, all right? So here you have your it's like an extension bar. And this one here allows you to see all your extensions that you have available to you. Anyone that has this little pin on it means that it's been pinned to the bar. But if I don't want it pinned to the bar, as in I don't want it displayed right here, I can unpin it. Notice one disappeared there. Let me see which other one I can unpin. I have Loom extension. So look, watch it. Watch what happens when I unpin it. See right here? This is like a sun. I'm going to click this and it unpins it. So you can choose which one you want to pin for ease of accessibility. Now, you can also decide which extension you want to turn on and off. Turning on and off an extension doesn't mean that it's gone, but removing it makes it gone. So you can remove it, as in take it off your computer completely, or you can turn it on and off, because some extensions don't play well with others. So you may want to not have some on, all right? So how do you manage your extensions? You'll come to these three dots right here again, and then you go to extensions right here, and you go to manage. It will show you all the extensions that you have. Remember, I told you you can turn on and off. So this button toggles on and off. As I said, if this is off, it doesn't mean that it's not on your computer anymore. It just means that it's not enabled. But if you want it to be deleted from your computer, you have to go to remove, and it's gone. It's not there anymore. So you see, I have quite a number of different extensions installed here because I love extra functionality. Just search through, try them out, see what works best for you. And as I said, you go to the Chrome Web Store, you search for what you want, or if you don't know what you want, just come to extensions right here. Dibble dabble, you can uninstall and reinstall as you like and decide what works best for you. All right. So just checking to see some of the questions. What's the one called that opens up Google Drive apps? Now, usually the Google Drive apps, usually when you open a new tab, you see your Google Apps menu icon here. So I'm not sure if that's what you're referring to. That will show you the apps that you have available here. And usually going into here, you can see more of the apps, all right? So I'm not sure of the longer way to get into there, but I know that that's one of the short ways to get to see some of the apps that are available in Google, okay? Using bookmarks, Paul, that wasn't on the agenda because that's very simple. But if you want to bookmark something, you just have the bookmark area, whatever website you have open, and then you just click a star and it adds it to the bookmark, all right? It's very simple, it's a very simple feature, so I don't really focus on that. And so on. And I find that I hardly use bookmarks anymore. Do I have a recommended list of extensions? No, I don't actually have a recommended one, but there are popular ones that we use that you can check out on alicialittle.com's webpage. Put that in the chat for me, Dadrian, alicialittle.com. You can check out her website, and there is a page that talks about her favorite tools. Is there voice typing in Google itself? Google itself in different areas. For example, if you're in the search area, there is an option to talk. I can turn on my mic and say, hey, Google. Of course, I have to allow my mic. Hey, Google, I want to search for ways to do freelance work. All right, so that's how I use the typing right there. So there's voice typing in different parts of Google, but like for Google Docs has a voice typing area. So it depends on what you're doing in Google. It has different voice activation capabilities. All right, you saw what I did there? I just used my voice for searching. All right, so that's what we would do if we're doing that particular feature using extensions. Trust me, guys, there's too many extensions to go through. I'm just letting you know that extensions exist, where to find them, how to get them, how to enable them, and how to remove them, and how to organize them. Whew, that was a lot, right? All in less than 5 minutes. That's all about extensions. You know, we can have a whole class about using Google Chrome extensions, and we've had. Check out the Learning Tube replays, and you can see some of my favorite extensions that I've done in previous sessions. So you can check those out there. Now, as I saw Claudia ask about voice typing, this is another cool feature that Google Chrome has, and it has to do with doing captioning. Anybody knows about what captions are? We all know captions, right? Where do you usually see captions? Let me know, where do you usually see captions? Captioning can be done in post text. That's a caption. It's text explaining something. And we usually see captions on videos. We mainly see captions on videos, movie subtitles, YouTube videos. Yes, YouTube, you see captions. There's a CC, that we'll call it closed caption. That's a feature. But did you know that you can actually have captions when you're playing any video in your Google Chrome web browser? So I'm going to head on over to, where am I going to go? Let me go over to Facebook. I'm going to go on a random video. Let's look for, oops, what kind of stuff? Why is it showing us here? All right, let's look at this here tutorial. Let me make sure that it's turned on.
Here, and I have my niece, and
all right,
and I am so excited about this stock because this one is so good. I've been eyeing this
stock. Did you hear that? Just making sure you're hearing my sound. I know I did share it with someone, but I'm just double checking to see. I'm trying to find a video.
I bet someone $10,000 that.
All right, so are you hearing that? Confirm in the chat for me. Yes, yes, yes. Do you hear the sound? All right, so you saw when I played the video. Let me play again. Look at the screen. What's happening?
I could get 100,000 views on their.
Well, no, this video actually has captions, so I don't want to use that one. Let's see another here tutorial. Or they're not talking about anything there. I'm trying to find a good video. All right, let's go back to that same video, even though note that this video has its own caption. All right, so this is not the caption I'm talking about. So we noticed that
first post to TikTok, and it did not go the way I expected.
All right, so you notice around here, you don't say anything. Now, how do you turn on your captions? So same place, go to those 3 dots. You're going to go to settings, and then you're going to go to accessibility. And here where it says live caption, automatically creates captions for audio and video. Audio and video captions never leave your device. All right, so we're going to turn it on. And it asks us, do you want it in English, add other languages, and so on. Okay, so we're going to leave it on. And now I'm going to do a reload of my page right here. Hopefully, I will find back the same video. Nope. Well, it doesn't really matter if it's that video or not. I'm looking for a video that I'll have audio on. So let's see if this one has any audio. Oh, that's just music. Let me see one where they are. Let's see her.
I love the thin lining that goes around the ear. I just love the details, the quality. They have like a little weight to them as well, to where they feel very sturdy, and that you could tell these are really high quality frames. These are so in style. Like, you have so many options to choose from.
All right, I'm sure you saw that, right? Do you see it? Give me a 3. Do you see it? It did the caption. Was it accurate? It said, I would love to wear these. I love the thin lining gold. Well, it said it didn't get the gold right, but around the ear. We know that when it comes to caption and transcription and things like that, it may not be as accurate, but did it do a good job? There were no captions available. So just imagine if you want to have captions for a video that doesn't have caption, this is a good start. And it will do this for any video that you are having in your browser, your Google Chrome browser. So if I play another video, let's see if it will pick up. Let me see. Is this a makeup? This is music. Not gonna pick up this one. It's music, but you get the idea, right? So it's trying to pick up the lyrics. All right, so let's find another one.
Here are 3 things you should not do if you're planning to launch an online course in 2024. First, start recording lessons without being sure that people are ready to buy your course. But how do you ensure they are? Well, one effective way is to build a pre-registration list for you.
All right, so you get the idea. So live captioning, it's an option that you can use. All right, so can you go back and edit the caption? No, it's not editable. It's just there for you to utilize in case you can't listen to what's going on in the video itself. You can actually read the screen. So even if I didn't turn on the sound, it would still pick up the caption because it's picking up what's going on the video, right? So it's good if you are not able to listen to the video with sound, but you can read what's going on. Unfortunately, you're not able to edit it or copy and paste and so on. But if you want to use that caption, manual typing is always an option. Or you could take a screenshot of it or a picture of it and test it out in Google Docs. Did you know that Google Docs, if you add an image to it, it can give you the text version of that image. It depends on the image. So you could try that out as well. All right. So captioning, a very good feature depending on how you want to use it. All right. So has anybody ever tested that feature using captions in Google Chrome? I'm going to turn mine off because I don't want the captions to be coming up, but it's a good feature to use, and there are many ways to use it if you need to have text version of things. All right, so remember, you go to accessibility. I'm going to turn mine off because I don't want the captions to be coming up. I watch videos a lot, and that's going to interfere with some of the things that I'm doing. So captioning is definitely a feature that you would want to check out. Live captioning. Now, since I'm still in this other area, another great feature of Google itself is that you're able to sync your devices. SYNC, sync all your devices. So if I'm using Google Chrome browser somewhere else and I said, hey, it will sync my device. If I want to have it on my phone or my tablet and so on, I go to the same 3 dots here, settings, it takes me here, and I go to You and Google, and I make sure that this is on. So mine, as you see, says turn off. It says turn off because mine is on. So I would suggest you sync up all your devices so that you have continuity when you move from device to device. Very, very, very important to have that done. Now, I have a very important question. Because I noticed some of you are like me. Let me see if you are like me in this case. Who has difficulty remembering passwords? Anybody here have difficulty remembering a password? I can't remember my passwords. I'm one of the guilty ones who is telling Google, hey, Google, remember me, remember me. If that option is not there, I don't even know what to do. Remember me, right? Too many accounts, of course. Yes, the sync will only be for Google Chrome browsers, Google Chrome devices, yeah? Too many accounts, right? So, but guess what? That's for your computer, yes? Have you ever had a case where you had to use maybe the office computer? You didn't have it remembering anything over there and you needed to get into your account. What happened? What happened to you? Have you ever had to use another device? Because remember, it's not your computer, So you've been used to getting into your email and your Facebook and whichever accounts you're used to using. It just automatically gets you in. It knows the email, it knows the password, right? So let me tell you what happened to me. Anytime I don't, or I have to use another computer, I'm like a fish without water. Like, what's my password? I have no idea what's my password. I can never get in ever again. Of course, please do not remember, don't let it remember your banking information. That's one thing I remember. I remember my banking, my online banking passwords and username. I never let it remember that. So never let it remember that. All right, so Claudia says she has a notebook for that. But guess what? Did you know that that same Google, which you're telling it to remember this, remember that, it can actually, you can actually go in there and see what passwords you have for the different things if you don't remember. So let's say you're using a computer here, right? Where you have your regular computer, but you have to sign in on another device. And you say, what's my password again? You can go into your same computer, look up that particular website, look on the password, and then enter it where you need to. Who knows where I'm talking about? Have you ever been there? Where's that section? Do you know? So Claudia, you've done it. So since you've done it, tell me where do you go to find all these passwords? Because best believe I have a lot. Where do you go, Claudia? Yes, the company computer can be dangerous, so you don't want to do that. Somebody says on their phone, you have that. Well, Claudia, how are you doing it and don't remember? All right, let me show you. Same place. You notice that this is the magic area in Google Chrome. This is the magic, these three dots here. So we're going to go to our settings area. We can find it there, or we can come here where it says passwords and autofill. Passwords and autofill. And then you're going to go into Google Password Manager. Woo! This is where the magic happens. You see right here, all of your passwords that you have, some passwords and websites that you don't even remember that, hey, did I have that? Look here. You see how many I have? Look here, scrolling. Oh my, oh, I finally finished. Look how many websites I have here, right? Oh my gosh. All right, so I went to the three dots right here on the top right of my Google Chrome browser. Then I went to passwords and refill, or I can go to settings and come here to autofill and password. Same place. All right, so this is where it can be dangerous. If you sync your phone and it's stolen, you're exposed. But guess what? You have the option to change those passwords, Carla, because it happened to me. It happened to me where my phone was stolen. I was robbed at gunpoint and they stole my phone, and my phone is linked to my Facebook, everything except, of course, my banking details. And I just went in and I changed the passwords to all the stuff that I have. So that's an option too. You can just change your passwords and it's going to just automatically log you out of the phone. All right. So this is where the magic happens. This is where the magic happens. So I'm going to click on the password. So let's say I don't remember my Zoom password. Look here, I can just search Zoom. We're right into Zoom, right? Let me just do a pause it to make sure that it's not going to show my password. All right. I'm doing some extra stuff. I wanted to see, so I pause my screen. All right. So here I am. So I have my username. I'm not going to show you, but you would turn on the eye and it would show you the password, or you can just copy it. So I have all my zoomies. I'm zooming fast because I don't want you to see my zoomy. Then I have my Facebook. Let's say I want to go into my Facebook, right? I want my Facebook info. I go to Facebook. Come here. It shows me my Facebook stuff. So much Facebook I have. My gosh, man. Just my husband and my mother. So here I can check on my passwords and stuff if I want to. All right. So for those who cannot remember their passwords, all is not lost. You can come into your password manager, search for whatever. If you remember the website, I think I remember seeing something about One Spot Media. I remember that website long ago. I was saying, what? Is it there? No. All right. But see there, that is the number one. So you can do that and see all of your stuff. So is there a better way to keep your passwords off Chrome? Add them to a password manager like LastPass? Sure. So I'm not saying that this is how you're going to keep your passwords, by no means. This is not the best way to do stuff. I'm just saying that if you're one that allows Google to remember your passwords and you need to use another device, and some people cannot remember their password to save their life, this is an option. You can find back your passwords and you are able to access them. All right. So here we have checkup, password checkup. So it's checking and saying, oh, these sites, we don't really like, these are the ones that are compromised passwords, and here it's showing that I've reused some passwords and so on. Then it's telling me that these passwords are weak. So you can actually go in and, do some cleaning up and stuff that you want to do. Here you have your settings that you can set up, customize to how you want it and stuff. So just check out the different options that are available. So Anna Marie, mine are set to use one touch, to use my touch. Any concern? When you say my touch, what do you mean? As in your fingerprint? Let me know what you're talking about. So that's an easy way to get access to your passwords if you don't remember them. Very, very easy. Well, if it's your fingerprint, then there's no concern about that. They just need to cut off your hand if they need to get in. So you're secure if you're just using your fingerprints. No, I mean, if you value your hand, maybe find another option. But yeah, that's quite fine. But I usually prefer to have not my bio parts doing the fingerprint. I never use fingerprint for anything. Next thing, I was doing some work and the fingerprint rub off. You know, your fingerprint can rub off, right? Not easy, but you can never know. So I don't want mine to be that secure by using the biometrics. But they have those as features that you can use, all right? So definitely something that you can do. So what about using, yes, somebody asked about LastPass, Paulette. So I was saying, yes, you do have password managers like that. I was saying that if, remember, the session is all about Google Chrome browser. So I'm not saying Google Chrome browser is where you're going to save passwords. No, I'm not saying that. But I'm saying that if you use the feature to save passwords, as in you go on a website and Google says, do you want me to remember your password? And you say yes. And then you need to use another device and you have no idea what your password is. And you say, oh my gosh, how am I going to get in? And there's no forgot password. I know everything is lost. Yes, you have the option to come back here, look to see what you had used, and you can use another device to get it. I mean, we know that there's a forgot password option, but I mean, how many times are we going to use this? I know we have some people who, how many passwords have you recreated because you forgot? You don't want to have to be doing that. So this is an option if you make Google remember your passwords. All right. So I want to close off the session by having a little fun. Now let me go here. Let me see if I can type this in properly. So it's gonna be Chrome. All right. So Chrome for //network error /106. Let me see if I did that properly. That's a little fun we're gonna have. No, does this look familiar to anyone? Have you ever seen this back in the day? Ever seen this? Looks familiar? When last have you seen this? It's us older folks have seen this, right? If you're below a certain age, you have not seen this. But if you're in my age group, you've seen this. All right, so we're calling him T-Rex, right? What happens when you see this? What do you usually do when you see this? So it says no internet, try blah blah blah, connecting the network cables, modem and router, reconnecting to Wi-Fi. You saw it very recently? Okay. It's a long time I don't see this. So if you're seeing it recently, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. My condolences. That internet was dead. All right, so let me tell you, the next time you see this, let's have a little fun with it. Let's have a little fun with it. You're gonna press your space bar. Watch closely, You're gonna press your space bar. You're watching him. Look at the T-Rex. You're gonna press your space bar. Ready? Why is T-Rex not doing what I want him? Ah, you see what's happening? You see? Woo, woo. You see what's going on, guys? Oh no. Game over. Have you ever played that T-Rex game? All you need to do is to press the space bar and you can play. It's just an obstacle course. So you jump over the cactuses, the birds, all those animals. So have you ever, oh my gosh, have you ever played the T-Rex game? So when you're waiting for your internet to come back, you have something to do, right? All right, I just wanted to just end the session with that little fun game right there. Just a little fun. And we know we've seen this. No internet, the dreaded dead internet, no connection. But for those who did not know that, that thing actually can be playing a game. Just press your space bar and you press your space bar to jump over the varying obstacles. Test it out just by judging when to jump and so on. And you can start over the game by just pressing back Mr. T-Rex. So see me here again. Running. I'm not making him run. I'm just going to jump over. Ooh. The sound effects. Ooh. Ooh. Whee! You get the idea, right? Ooh, I'm on a roll. It's on a point. Woo! Can't beat me. Oh, notice I'm at one. Wee. You get the idea. All right, so this session was all about using some features that Google Chrome web browser has. Now, Carla, you're not gonna ask me that question. Sad to say, Microsoft Edge is one of the. I don't want any of the Microsoft executives to come for me. So I'm gonna be politically correct. It's all about the browser that suits what you need it to do. And yes, this is Ava AI speaking. To be honest, Carla, Microsoft Edge is one of the most insecure browsers that are out there. It will open anything, any website, anything it will open. Whatever is not opening on Google Chrome, best believe Microsoft Edge will open it freely. And there are certain things that you don't want your website. You don't want that website to be loaded. And that's why Google Chrome is one of the most secure ones, all right? So don't tell Microsoft I said so. I don't want them come looking for me here in Jamaica and lock me up, right? But I love Google Chrome. I love everything Google. I'm a Google user. Everything Google all day. So that's my preference. But you know, people have their preferences. I'm not going to knock anything that someone else is using. But I'm all about Google. Google is my middle name. All right, Carla. So hopefully you guys found this session helpful. And these are features that you're going to use and make your whole browsing experience more efficient. That's what it's all about, being efficient so you can get your work done quickly. All right. So thanks guys for joining me for this live session. Remember, the replay will be available in 24 hours, posted in the Facebook group, as well as sent via email. DuckDuck is not a web browser. It's a search engine. So I hardly use DuckDuck though, but yeah, it does have its advantages. It will give you some results that Google Google search engine won't. So DuckDuck is good. DuckDuckGo is a go. All right, thanks guys. Bye.